The pro-ABS loves me. The anti or ABS or shutdown also loves me. Both of them love to hate me. I thank you for that, for the consultation and for your belief in the leadership. I, together with the House of Representatives leadership, have decided to forego with the provisional franchise and immediately proceed with the hearings for the full 25-year renewal application of the ABS-CBN franchise. Let me repeat that. Doon po sa hindi nakakuha, the House leadership have decided to forego with the provisional franchise. But we will immediately proceed with the hearings for the 25-year franchise. However, there are the non-negotiable ground rules for this to happen. I hoped in my first speech to convince everyone that was fair. But nakonbinse din ako nung iba na baka hindi fair. So inisip ko sa sarili ko, what is a matter of principle to me and what is a matter of pride? I really believe hindi ito timing na pag-usapan yung ABS. Pero baka pride ko lang yon. As Alan Cayetano, as Congressman Alan Cayetano, as Speaker Alan Cayetano. Kung tingin ng mas manakakarami, it's the time to talk about it, then I will not let the pride get in my way. But what part is principle? The part that is principle is fairness. Eh kahit tapusin natin yung hearing ngayon, kung walang fairness, baliwala yon. So these are the ground rules that I propose and hope that you will also support. First, we must not forget our bigger concern. Huwag po nating kalimutan kung ano po ang dapat nating focus, which is to defeat the new coronavirus, to defeat COVID-19, and to provide hope to our countrymen. We must continue to focus on urgent measures that will ensure the saving of lives and livelihoods of our kababayan. And later, our most able chairman of the Defeat COVID Committee, COVID-19, and our majority leader will outline some of these most urgent measures that will be there to help our people. Second, as I have said time and time again, the hearings must be fair, impartial, comprehensive, and thorough. All voices must be heard, and all issues for and against will be discussed. As we have seen yesterday, this will require a lot of time that we do not have, and so there will be sacrifice on our part if we hope to finish this without delay. So we will multitask, in other words. But pakiusap po sa mga membro, lalo po sa may expertise sa agriculture, may expertise sa medical science, may expertise sa engineering, may expertise sa finance, di ba po? Hatiin natin ang trabaho. Doon po sa for and against at kailangan sa hearings ng ABS-CBN, wala pong pipigil sa iyo, and get all the expert witnesses that you can. But those of you who we need at the forefront, talking about the economic stimulus, talking about kalusugan, talking about their regions, and if you have testing centers already, or Wes, as you were telling me kanina, that the big corporations, while they need help, they can practically take care of themselves. Pero paano po yung micro, small, and medium enterprises, especially the micro, di ba? Tama yun eh. We cannot abandon them. We have to continue to focus in helping them. And third, that we all vote in accordance with our conscience and not our politics. In other words po, makinig tayo sa hearings. May alam tayo, let's testify. Kung tatanungin niyo po, sino ba ang pinaka-apektado sa ABS-CBN? Yun po ang irony eh. Doon po sa nagkri-criticize sa akin. Doon po nagsasabing ang Solgen ang tama. Bakit? Sino ba pinaka-naapektuhan ng ABS-CBN noong 26 election? Hindi ba ako at saka si Presidente Duterte? Hindi ba kaming dalawa ang tinarget? Hindi ba ako nagdemanda sa kanila? Hindi ba ako ang nag-file ng TRO at hindi ang Solgen? Yet, I had to find it in my heart as Speaker of the House to be fair to them and to give them a hearing. Siguro po kung hindi ako Speaker, kung ako po ay isang membro ng House, katulad nyo o chairman ng isang committee, kasama po ako sa magpa-file ng resolution na imbestigahan ng ABS. Pero hindi po eh. You allowing me and supporting me as Speaker of the House gives me extra burden on my shoulders, which is that at the end of the day, pag binalikan ang Kongreso and we are judged, we have to be judged to have been giving justice to everyone. Bakit po mataas ang ratings ng Kongreso? Bakit po sa sunod-sunod na survey, pataas ng pataas po ang Kongreso? Historic po. One is because we've been working hard and we've been delivering. But I think the other reason, the more important reason, pinipilit po natin gawin kung anong tama. Despite po the weight of politics, of yung day-to-day things that we have to deal with sa politics, this 18th Congress have tried to do what is right. That's why mataas ang So ngayon ba magbabago tayo because maraming tumutulig siya? Mangangamba ba ako na bababa yung ratings? Hindi. Sa inyo na yung ratings, basta't kami, pipilitin namin gawin kung ano ang tama. For those of you who are calling for an outright approval or denial, I ask that you suspend your extreme views until the facts have been presented and all these testimonies have been heard. What do you have to lose? The hearings might prove your point. At lalo ka maging pro o lalo ka maging anti. If I may borrow the analogy of a member of Congress who often disagrees with me, but I still respect, kababayan ng aking agom, Congressman Edsel Lagman, who gave an analogy about a locomotive and a speeding bullet train. Manoy Edsel, the gentleman from Albay, this is not a speeding bullet train nor a misdirected locomotives. Trains and locomotives follow fixed tracks. May release po yan and have predetermined destination. May terminal po yan. Hindi katulad ng jeep na pwedeng pumara kahit saan o pwede mo sabihin, boss, special, kumaliwa ka dito sa EDSA, punta tayo dito. Hindi po. Ang tren po may release, ang tren po may stasyon. Precisely the problem in dealing with the franchise of the renewal of ABS-CBN is that we do not have tracks. Wala pong release dito. And we do not have terminals. Wala pong blueprint na magpapakita sa atin na mag-agree tayong lahat na ito ang paraan para sa ABS-CBN. Denial or approval. What we have are our individual compasses to help us find the true north. Sabi sa akin kanina ni Congressman Gatchalian, sa kanya the true west. No, but the true north, my friend, west, no. And this is what this leadership is all about. This is what 18th Congress is all about. For those who cannot understand our position, thank you. For those who can understand our position, thank you then. But for those of you who understand our position, join us in trying to understand the position of others so that one day, baka they will at least attempt to understand our position. So to my colleagues and my countrymen, sa ating mga kababayan, we can disagree on the fate and the future of ABS-CBN. But I ask all of us to form a consensus right now on how we will face this new life. Yes, it's a new life. Hindi na po tayo babalik sa kahapon. And build our new economy. Yes, it will be a new economy. Yung highway na gusto nating i-build, nandiyan pa rin. Pero yung invisible highway, yung IT highway, yung digital highway, we will now have to build it. Maraming walang internet. Maraming hindi po makapanood pag walang TV kasi wala pong signal. Marami pong estudyante na sa bahay dapat nag-aaral pero mahina ang kanilang internet. So the new normal involves a new life and a new economy. Let's rise up to this challenge. And let us give Chairman Chicoy Alvarez and our Committee on Legislative Franchise complete autonomy. Wala pong mag-iimpluwensya sa kanila. Let us give them the task to carry out a fair, comprehensive, thorough hearing. Let it be continuous para walang magsabing pinapatigil, tinitigil, we're dragging our feet. Let us direct our committee to immediately and continuously hold hearings until everyone is heard. And after everyone is heard, then we can decide. Again, my dear colleagues, let's multitask. Like you've never multitasked before. Let us put our focus on the Filipino today and what our tomorrow will look like, and how we can make a better tomorrow for all. I thank the whole leadership of the House, Minority Leader, Bishop Benny Abante, Majority Leader, Martin Romualdez, our Deputy Speakers, our Presiding Officer, Deputy Speaker Abu, Deputy Speaker Pulong Duterte, and all the Deputy Speakers, El Rey, who's co-author of the bill we were discussing. I thank you for the confidence, not only in the leadership, but in the principles that we put together. So let us join President Duterte in his commitment to work and fight for a safe and comfortable life for all. And in that point, I'd like to thank the opposition, the members of the different blocs who are in opposition to this administration. Yes, you too are helping this chamber to make and give people a safe and comfortable life. So let me end by sharing with you a story about a wisdom ng aking ama na Senator Rene Compañero Cayetano when I was learning to drive and when he finally allowed me to have a car and drive when I was already a student in the University of the Philippines. One day, a friend of ours drove less than 10 minutes from Alabang to UP in 10 minutes. A few weeks later or a month later, he tried it again. Nag-turn turtle yung kotse. He was okay, but he almost lost his life, inches lang or ano. So my dad talked to me, gaano kabilis magpatakbo? 70, 80. Siguro that was 90 or 100, pero siyempre teenager ka, di ba? Tapos sabi niya, what would you do when you get to the intersection of EDSA, whether it's Pasay Road or Buendia? Red yung light, 1:00 ng umaga. Whether you're coming from UP, going home to Alabang, or you're coming from Alabang, going to UP. No? Or you're going to Taguig, to Bagong Bayan. Sabi ko, I drive the same. Sabi niya, hindi mo babagalan? Sabi ko, hindi, baka bilisan ko pa eh. Nakita ko, go. Diba? Ako ang tama, bibilisan ko. Sabi niya, mali ka doon. Sabi ko, bakit? Green yun. Sabi niya, paano kung may truck na hindi sumunod sa red? At kaakala niya walang kotse. Tumuloy yung truck. Binangga ka, patay ka. Ang tawag sa iyo ngayon? Hindi ako makasagot. So sabi niya sa akin, son, that's what you call you're right, but you're dead right. Pwede po tayong lumaban pero patay tayo eh. Di ba? Pwede natin pagpilitan kung anong tama pero patay tayo. So whoever is correct here sa ABS shutdown or ABS 25 years, people's lives are at stake. I want to be right, but I don't want people to be dead because we're debating who is right or not. So what will we do? We will look ahead, we will multitask, and while looking ahead, we will do the ABS-CBN hearings, but we will also take care of the urgent measures. We will look at our left, and we will see that there is a health crisis, and try to address that health crisis. And Dr. Congresswoman Janet Garin and Helen Tan and their whole team, diba, are focused on that. But we will also look at the right and see that our livelihoods are in danger. And that is where Juni Kua, Wes Gatchalian, Stella, Kimbo, Sharon Garin, Joey Salceda, Deputy Speaker El Rey, Eric Yap, and so many others of you who are part of that cluster. And that's where the minority and the Makabayan Bloc will come in. When we look at the left and the right, ano ba ang new economy? Ano ba ang new normal sa health, no? But in the end, can we also look up? And when we look up, remember that there is a God who is perfect. And there is His creation, which is imperfect, yet made in His image. And when we debate with anyone else, so yung mga nagmumura sa akin, you are also made in God's image. Di ba? And I try to see that in you. But it becomes difficult to see that in you when you're unreasonable. But never mind. Let's look ahead. Let's look to the left, right. Let's look up. And my dear colleagues, let us get things done. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Majority Leader.